Hello everybody, let me give you a twirl. Well, here I am, playing Elder Scrolls Online. Dancy trousers. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this character, because I've maxed out my character slots unless I actually buy another character slot. 11 of 11. What's the point of this video? Well, I've just been playing on the American server, because this is the European server. You can see my characters here. And my problems with the American server, a lot of it comes down to, I really don't know whether it's cultural or sociological, but I just don't enjoy the American server nearly as much. The world is just not a very nice place. The PvP area, everyone is more aggressive, hugely more aggressive. The monetary system, the crowns and so on, vastly more expensive on the American server. So I've just stepped into my characters. This character is almost permanently stationed in the Imperial City. So I'm just going to collect some of her daily crafting ingredients that she gets posted to her. I actually thought of deleting her as well, to make room for a new character with the new zone and DLC, a new the Arcanist. So you can be an Arcanist. Most of my characters are Templars. I've got a couple of sorcerers and I think a single necromancer and trying to think, can't actually remember without actually physically logging out of this character and looking at the other characters. This character is certainly a Templar. Character, yes. I have the title of former Empress, but I didn't get that with this character. But they kind of degraded the titles by allowing you to put them on all your characters. So the character that you originally earned it on, well, I suppose it's good if you had to, if you found you had to delete that character, you wouldn't lose the title, your achievement. I think I'll leave this character now. Instant blacksmithing, no, I don't need that for this character. Spends all their time in Cyrodiil, or the Imperial City. That said, my Empress character spends all her time in Cyrodiil. So these are characters I hardly use these days. My only vampire character, Nando the Relentless. Ah yes. Another Templar. One of my better Templar builds. I'm not quite sure whether it's my best Templar build. I'm not attempted doing solo 4-man dungeons or anything like that with her, which I can do with some of my others. Ah yes, might as well use that, because she does a bit of crafting. How am I? 17 minutes on that, an hour and 40 on that, and 39 minutes on that.
That was an unwelcome surprise.
Ora. Endeavour today. Complete 2 quests, 25 items, 8 logs of wood. Well, here we go to the comparison with the American server.
So much
Everyone seems to be far more competitive or greedy. I'm going to go out and hunt for some wood here. And I bet you it's much easier to obtain on the European server. So I think players are often more conscientious. They take what they need and leave stuff for other people. More thoughtful, considerate. Because this runestone, for instance, I know for a fact on the American server there are people that pretty much farm runestones.
It's so interesting.
And I need a lot. And here we go, some ruby ash wood. There's not someone going around farming all these things. But there seems to be an almost epidemic level of farming. Everything is far more competitive, far more greedy on the American server. I'm going to get my 8 pieces of harvested wood in no time. Because people only take what they need. As soon as I've got my quota for endeavours, that'll be it. No more wood. Nightshade. Yes, I like nightshade. There's often a runestone there. Not today. There's a piece of wood normally here, but not today. So someone's been here. Ebony. I don't need that, really. There's some more wood. It also helps to have played this game for years, so I know where everything is, really. Rather, I don't need it. Why am I taking it? Sometimes I can be such a silly ass, really. Sometimes I'm just as bad as the people I complain about. But then on the American server, I'm forced to compete, to be greedy. You have to join the almost competitive race, the struggle for limited resources. The European server seems to be far more laid back. Come on. Sometimes a runestone here. Sometimes a bit of wood here. A log. Sometimes another runestone here. And sometimes resources up here as well. But I'm quite close to the city of Alanor, so people take what's locally available. On the American server, I'm sometimes forced out into the sticks. I'll go to a way shrine in the countryside to do things.
What do you want?
What do you want? I don't need that. I'll just take the flint. Don't need that. I'll have that now. And someone's had that already. Righty how? How many
Smell the
vent tickets
sugar
have I
in the
got?
air?
I've got all of those. Prepare. Good sell. Yeah, I can sell all this, I think. So that's one of the endowers today. 25 items to sell. On the American server, I end up scrapping or dismantling a lot of this stuff because it just seems to be harder to get. I don't need that with this character. Let me put it in the bag in case I haven't got it on my main crafter. All the white goods can sell. Cloudy. I sell all the cloudy stuff. In fact, I'll sell this as well. Something I never use. Not out here. That's not worth anything. So it's just taking up space in my inventory. I'll keep that because it's because I use quite a lot of gloom graced. Sell. Keep that. Sell. Keep that because it's platinum potentially. No, that's pewter actually. But I tend to keep jewelry because platinum's harder to find. There we go. I've got all these. I don't need any more. Jubilee crates of yesteryear. I'll pick it up with my main crafter, I think. So how am I doing in the wood gathering? Needs 3 more pieces of wood. And complete 2 quests, but as soon as I've more or less gone to do a bit of crafting, I'll get those two quests completed. But on the European server, there's just not the pressure on resources because there's not the competitive attitude. There's not the greed.
Good
It's not so much
I
about
didn't even see that
a
runestone at
monetarist economy. It's more egalitarian. So I end up playing a lot more on the European server because it's just more enjoyable. Another piece of wood there. I don't need that. I've got ancestor silk coming out of my ears. And same with rubidite. I've got millions of rubidite. Not so much nightshade though. I'll have that. Don't need that. If it was platinum, that'd be a different story.
And we're off.
So the moral of my tale is, if you're fed up of the American server, come over to the European server for a much more enjoyable game. Much more relaxing.
And we're off.
And we're off. On the American server, often
I'm waiting to try the spell out.
have difficulty getting. Ooh, look at that. Getting crab chitin. The chitin or chitin from crabs. You don't seem to have that problem on the EU server for some reason. Let's find some more wood. I don't need that. So, platinum maybe, yes, but not that. Let me see if there's platinum up here. No. Oh, there's a chest though. Again, every chest I find I open, and I take everything in the chest. I don't leave anything because, in fact, that annoys me. People that take what they want out of a chest and leave it, because it means the next person that finds that chest, not only will they not get the XP for unlocking it, but they won't even get all the contents. They'll just get the rubbish that someone else left. So I always empty a chest when I find it, because it's more considerate. Come on. And because resources are far more finite on the American server, I would take everything, even if I didn't need it. because I'm in competition with everyone else. Everyone else on the American server is going to take it whether I do or not. I don't need ebony ore. Can still do some more wood. On the American server, one of my houses in Oredon, Matison Manor, is so placed that it's near to quite a lot of wood resources. A lot of ruby ash or whatever it is.
So, standing around is a crime in Somerset?
Yes, we even have a word for it. Loitering. I suggest you
Which is the
learn
main
it.
reason I bought that house, because of the resources on the doorstep. Well, I haven't needed to buy that house on the EU server, because I just don't have that need. I seldom go over to this neck of the woods. And some houses I have on both servers though, including Eleanor Crest. Oh, looky. City portal.
Ooh, shiny.
Oh, indeed. Shiny, shiny.
Let's go fast.
My food's just run out. Oh, there's a treasure chest over there. Once again, sorry to moan, but on the American server, that treasure chest probably wouldn't be there, because someone else would have got to it before me. There's so much more intensive farming and resource harvesting in the American server, to the extent that it pisses me off quite considerably. Doing endeavours is a real chore, whereas here is a pleasure, because there's an abundance of everything. Oops. You can drink. That said, I haven't seen a stick of wood for a while. Fantastic. Mind you, I'm not as familiar with this area, so I think I'll warp back to a more familiar neighborhood. Quite a a beautiful game, this, but uh, slightly dated in terms of the graphics. Oh, bit of a ruby ash there. Mine. How many now? How many do I need? Oops. Got some mail. Pick up my mail. I'm very much into housing as well. That's one of the reasons I still keep going back to the American server. Because I've got the Sijic Villa here and there. I've got the Witch's Cottage, whatever it's called, Coven Cottage. I've got it on both servers. Eleanor House on both servers. Even this, I think it's a Snug Pod in Gratwood, because it's very handy for where I hand in my writs. It's my chosen favourite place for writ vouchers. Oh, there's a piece of wood there. And that's us done, so we can warp travel to my Eleanor house. Might as well go inside and have a quick tour. And of course the Eleanor house is entirely different on the American server. I think I've made a video about my American server Eleanor house. I actually prefer the garden that I built there to the garden I built here. Got my stable just inside the door here. And all the cakes, including the newest one. This is my dining hall. Meals set out for two people. And when you've got royalty, you can sit on a throne. It's got a nice jubilee cake. Yeah, I actually prefer the way I've decorated this place in the American server. And Coven Cottage as well. Prefer what I've done there to what I've done here. European server. A lot of people say that housing is kind of the end game content. It's what you do when you've done everything else. I kind of agree. It's kept me coming back all these years. Because I've been playing this ever since the very first day of release. On the PS4 initially, then the PS5. I don't know, maybe have a quick look at the garden. I just don't like it as much as what I've done stateside. Of course, if you got this house yourself, you'll see that the garden as you get it is nothing like this. I built quite a lot, including things like this, these ramps up onto the roof level. Because you can get a nice view into the market with all the stalls, including the crafting stalls. Nice little seating area up here. Or if you've got friends around, you can sit up on the roof terrace, enjoy the view. Well, I hope you didn't mind me expressing my very opinionated views of differences between European and American servers. But that's just the way I see it, the way I am, how I find it. That I just simply don't enjoy the American server. Whereas I do quite obviously enjoy the European server. It's a much nicer game here on EU. A nicer community. But thank you for watching anyway. If you like it, give me a like. If you hate it, give me a hate. I don't mind. Whichever. Thanks for watching and ta-ta for now. Cheerio.